Husker Nation, welcome back to another episode of the Scarlet and Cream Husker podcast. I am your host, Brian Knutson, Mr. B, and with me today is Mr. KC, former Husker wide receiver Kenny Cheatham. Kenny, we've got Northwestern this week, man. Oh, throw the records out the fucking window. This game, since 2015 alone, I think the largest margin of victory was 11 points. This game's always close. Records don't matter. Nothing you have done before this point matters. What is it with Northwestern? Why do we always get their best fucking shot?
Because they think they're the real NU.
I was waiting for somebody to say it.
They think they're the real NU in the Big Ten Conference. But Northwestern is just a pain in the butt, man. I mean, it's not like they're overly impressive or they have a higher amount of better players. But what I do think they are, have been consistently been since Fitzgerald's taken over him, is well coached.
Yes.
And I think the stability of that and the coach and the guy who believes in the program, which is what we're trying to do in Lincoln, plays a big factor into it. But then again, Northwestern doesn't have the expectations that we do in Lincoln. So,
no.
You know, so when they have those seasons, they're not calling for the man's head. You know what I mean? So they get to bounce back and go into the next season with confidence and recruit with confidence and all of those things. And, you know, that would keep the program stable. But I just think I think for them playing us, it's them trying to prove themselves worthy in the Big Ten, because they always give us a tough game, regardless, because you look at it, you look schedule and you think of Northwestern the way I think of Northwestern, I think of a W.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but
instantly.
Yeah. But now it's going to go down to the wire. It's going to be a dog fight. You know, you have the Hail Mary. Crazy stuff, man.
Dude, we've had Hail Marys. We've had overtime games. We've had ones where we've blown 10-point leads. Yeah. I mean, Jesus, this game it's always crazy. Always something nuts happening.
Right.
The Hail Mary game. If the defense doesn't make their stop down by the goal line, the Hail Mary makes no difference.
Right.
The game's over.
Done.
Jesus.
Done deal.
Northwestern, like we said, what they've done this year, I mean, they're having a down year so far. They're 2-2. Their lone wins are against, I believe it was Indiana State or something like that. In Ohio. Ohio is 0-4 since Solich has left.
Indiana State was Larry Bird quarterbacking the team.
It's a possibility.
The Sycamores, man. Oh man.
Their losses are to Michigan State, 38-21. So I mean, not a blowout, but Michigan State was never not in control of that game. And then a loss to Duke, I believe, was 30 or 31-23. So. I mean, very inconsistent by Northwestern. I mean, their quarterback on the year, Hunter Johnson, he's only thrown for 424. And their leading running back on the year, 478 on the ground. I mean, 478 on the ground through 4 games. Pretty damn good. You're averaging over 100 a game, easy.
Right.
But leading receiver is under 200 yards.
Wow. Could that be that they're spreading it around? But then you look at the total offensive numbers by the quarterback, it wouldn't appear as if they are. But, you know, has he been the starting quarterback the entire time this year?
I believe Hunter Johnson's been in there the whole year.
So that means they're scoring the ball somehow, some way.
Yeah, I mean, looking at their depth chart, a couple other guys have been in there for some times. Helinski, Marty. But, I mean, Marty... 11 of 16, so sounds like he may have played, you know, a half, or maybe it was just a game they ran more. And then Helinski, 14 of 27, sounds like, you know, he might have played a full game.
Right.
And they made a change, but still, less than 500 yards passing. I mean, looking at this, it's crazy. It's each one of them. Marty had 151 yards and Helinski 122. So even factoring that in, you're looking at probably less than 800 yards.
Wow.
So their struggles offensively, what are we looking? Is our defense going to be licking their chops on this?
Absolutely. They should be. They should be. They should come out with a attitude, pissy attitude this week. And they should be on Northwestern's head to set the tone from start to finish and go balls to the walls and put it on them and hit the quarterback, though. I want more. I want to see the quarterback on the ground.
Oh, dude.
We need that. That's what we're missing. We need that. Not just when they're sitting in the pocket. Get on them quick to make them uncomfortable, like we've been saying the last couple of weeks, and hit them.
Just don't do anything.
Don't do anything silly afterwards. Like last game. But let's get some hits on the quarterback. Let's make them uncomfortable. Because if you're looking at the offensive numbers, Northwestern isn't impressive at all.
No, not at all.
So defense take advantage of it. And I'm sure we got better players than Duke. So offensively, let's get it done. Let's run the ball. Let's pass the ball. Let's catch the ball. Let's hit the open throws. We've been playing well into the crucial turnover this past game. Let's get back to not doing it. Offensive line, stop.
Just stop it. Like we said last episode, Frost said it to him. Stop it.
Just knock it off. There's no reason for it. Get one or two. Okay.
Understandable.
But when we know you're good for at least 4 or 5 penalties a game for false starts, as fans, as people commentating, as
they're waiting for it.
Stop it. Just knock it off. I mean, there's nothing more you can say about it. Enough is enough.
And we're in Lincoln, so crowd noise should not be a factor or an issue to them while they're on the field.
Yeah. Stop thinking about those chicken wings from the watering hole after the game and sitting there and focus on what you need to do.
Dude, maybe that should be the punishment from now on. Maybe so many over 2 penalties in a game or in a half or something. No wings. You guys don't.
You need to be running up that South Stadium. You keep making those mistakes. You need to pay for that.
Yeah, but we need heavy offensive linemen. You make these guys do stairs because of fuck ups. We're going to make them look like fucking running backs.
Maybe that base of them legs will be stronger. They can get more push off the ball to open the holes for running. Come on, man. Hit the stairs. Dominic Riola was always running up South Stadium. Classic. Every practice.
Riola.
Funniest thing ever, man.
Really? Did a lot of stadium stairs, did he?
Dominic. We just started laughing. He was doing something, man. He was running up the stairs. We would just look at him and start laughing. He knew it. He just take his helmet off. He'd be up the stairs.
Dude, no wonder he looked like one of the most in shape offensive linemen I had seen since probably Aaron Graham.
Yeah, man. So let's get him up there. Maybe they get some nastiness in it.
Oh my God, I love that. And looking at Northwestern, they've given up 8 sacks on the year. Their offensive line has. And through 4 games, I mean, that's 2 sacks a game. 2 sacks, 1 sack in a game in the right moment can completely change the outcome.
We know that well, don't we?
Absolutely. We've seen it 2 weeks in a row. But the way our defense is playing right now and the way the linebackers played against Michigan State definitely made a statement. Look like they improved from just 1 week to the next by a mile. Boy, how many sacks could we be looking at? Are we getting greedy if we're asking for 4 more?
No.
Okay.
I think we can do it. Other teams can get that against us. Why can't we do it against them?
Absolutely. They're off.
I mean, that's just the reality of it. Other teams can do that against us. Why can't we do that against other teams?
Yeah.
Is their defensive lines that much more impressive than ours? I don't think so.
No.
Their linebacking core, I don't think so. But they get them against us. We need to get those against other teams.
That's right. I'll tell you, I think Shenander is going to be dialing up some major pressure in this game. I truly do. I mean, when he brought that house on Thorne against Michigan State, holy shit, that poor kid didn't know what the hell to do with that ball. Man. And I haven't seen a all-out blitz like that from us get through like that in a long time, too.
Right.
Oh my God, it was great. So is this one of those games where you're not really sure what to worry about as far as Northwestern offensively, their passing game or their running game? Neither one is really that impressive, but either one could have a breakout game at any moment.
You still have to respect them, though. You still have to respect. You have to respect any opponent on the other side of the field. But I think this is a game where both sides of the ball for Nebraska need to let it just all hang out and just go 1,000% on both sides. Get some momentum back. Because we know what's coming down the line on the schedule, right? Okay. So you need to get it going again right now. Period. Defensively, be aggressively as possible.
Yes.
Get those turnovers. Let's get more turnovers. Let's get more sacks.
Yes.
Offensively, let's be aggressive once again, vertically. I'm over the side passes. You know, that's a pet peeve of mine. Down the field. Let's go. Let's get those touchdowns. Let's go. Cut back offensive line once again. Enough. Stop killing drives with the foolishness. And let's put some points on the board. Let's send a message, because I'm sure everyone's aware of what our defense can do.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Let's put some on our offense can do, and not make everyone think it's a one-man Martinez show. So yeah, let's get that running show going. Let's get it going, man.
Yeah, it's definitely no secret now. The cat's out of the bag. Our defense can fucking play. And
right.
they're flying to the ball. They're getting push. Like you said, though, one more thing I'd like to see more out of them is the turnovers. Mm-hmm. Got to be able to create them. I don't think we had a single one against Oklahoma. And just one turnover in that game could have completely turned it around.
Yeah.
And getting a late one against Michigan State could have turned that thing around, obviously. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's no secret what we're going to probably get. Northwestern's defense, I mean, it's not the best thing they've had at all. Obviously, losing 38-21 to Michigan State. And then losing to Duke and giving up 30 points to Duke. So defensively, our offense, man, they should be able to dictate whatever they want to do, honestly, because if you look at the talent pool, in my opinion, it's not close. We have definitely more talent than they do.
Right.
So is this a game where we really mix it up, or is this another one where maybe Frost starts pounding the ball again like he did against Buffalo, like he did against Oklahoma, and like he tried to do against Michigan State? Is he going to start sticking with this until that running game finally fucking breaks?
I think you have to. Otherwise, we're one-dimensional. But I think you be aggressive with it. You run that ball up the middle through the A, B, C, D, E, F, G gap. Point blank, period. Use the outside runs and sweeps and option things, whatever they're calling it, when you have to. But let's establish something up front. But we're going to put all the emphasis on the offensive line to open the holes. That's it. Period. You can't do it without them opening holes and getting contact with the defenders and establishing the run game.
Yeah.
And I'm a receiver. Can you believe it? And I'm saying that. I'm a diehard receiver, so if I'm saying that, something, and as much as I hate blocking and running and what we did, please believe it, something's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, defensively, I'm trying to find stats, and as far as it goes, single stats, man, it's not really impressive. Single player stats. Maybe our receivers in this one can get some separation. Are we going to see some maybe more explosive plays downfield, taking shots than we have in maybe the previous two games?
I hope so. I think we can.
I think our receivers are quite a bit more taller and physical than Northwestern's defensive backs.
Yeah.
So
and they lost their best corner who went high in the draft last year.
That's right.
So
this is going to be one of those ones where I hope we get to see, first and second down. If it's up the gut, 3-4 yards a pop, Then you get to dictate what you want to do on second down. You get another 2 or 3 yards, playbook's wide open. Third and 2, third and 3, wide open. And that's when you start to break a defense. You start to completely tear them down mentally because you keep them on the field. And if you can dictate, we don't need fourth down, we can get first downs and 3 downs the way we want to, they could wear that defense out in the first half.
Yeah, Canadian football style, baby. 3 downs to get Canadian football right there. But yeah,
first Bear Miles mentality right there.
It can dictate everything you do once you get a substantial amount of yards on that first down. If you're going backwards because of something silly or losing yards, then you have to alter the play calling. But if you can get 2 and 3 yards, 4 yards or more on that first play, then the playbook's wide open for what you can do. So hopefully we can establish that, man, and get it going and put these dudes to bed early.
Let's talk about the penalty game. Might as well. I mean, it's no secret that it's killing us in the first 4 games. Even the ones we've won, there's times it was killing drives. So, and Michigan State, not much better. I believe they've got, what is it? Let's see here. Penalties. Well, not bad, actually.
Oh, Northwestern's not that bad at all?
20 penalties for 167 yards in 4 games. They're averaging 41 yards a game in penalties.
Excuse me.
God bless you.
Thank you. That fan in my face, man.
They're averaging about 41 yards of penalties a game. I believe we're averaging more than that. So
yeah,
is this let's say, is this game going to come down to who has less penalties?
I think so.
Is it maybe?
I honestly think so. Maybe, possibly. But
maybe we could have a few more and still pull it out just because of the talent pool alone. Because of
the defense.
Yeah. Defense has bailed our offense out so many fucking times this year. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's gonna be because of the defense.
Absolutely. And look, it'll be nice to have the team back in Lincoln, of course. The last 2 games were rough in Norman, in East Lansing. These fans, they're going to be loud. Going to be very loud. It's been 2 weeks since they've been home. Fans going to be in that stadium, and I got a feeling we're going to have a 12th man in the crowd. I think they could create some false starts, some maybe delay of games for Northwestern. Because other than Michigan State, which was at Northwestern, I believe, it's not like they've played in front of a ruckus crowd.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully the fans do get that advantage for Nebraska at home this weekend. And hopefully they can, I want them to feed off of that. Yeah. The defense will. When they're getting those stops and the crowd's ranting and raving and, going ballistic out there. Offensively, we need to get those drives, sustainable drives. We show we can sustain a drive against a good defense.
Yeah. We really took it to Michigan State. And
we've shown that we have that ability. Yes. We've shown that we have that ability against Oklahoma. Yep. But we've also shown that the penalties can stop those drives. Knock it off.
Like Frost said, just stop it.
Stop. Period.
It's horrible.
That's mental.
Northwestern, man. Fitzgerald's really done an amazing job with this program. I mean, I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon, no matter what offer he would get. I believe he's a lifer at Northwestern. Yep. Former player for them, linebacker, was an amazing player. Fitzy is one of those guys that I absolutely respect. He is a guy that has done it the right way. Yep. He's done it without any issues of allegations or violations, anything like that. Fitzgerald is the coach. He's the only one. If we lose to Northwestern, I'm not that pissed.
Right.
I can respect him. He runs a great program. Right. He runs a great team, normally very disciplined. So what does Fitzgerald got to do to really get Northwestern over that fucking hump, man?
I mean, it's kind of hard because, Northwestern really isn't a draw like that.
They're an academic school.
Yeah. It's really hard to get in if I'm correct, but it's just not a draw. Yeah. There are certain schools that aren't a draw in that nature. But it's not downplaying them. It's just, you think of a Purdue, you even think of an Illinois, which we've lost to.
Yep.
Indiana, which has gotten better.
Yeah.
It's gotten better. But certain schools are just not a draw, unfortunately. Yeah. And they're going to get kids. They're going to get, I think he gets a lot of kids who mimic and mirror his personality. Yes. A lot of the generally solid, good players, hardworking, that possibly have been overlooked because they haven't had to splash as some others, but they're good football players.
Yeah.
And he coaches them, him and his staff coaches them up.
Yeah, I gotta say, in a way, he kind of reminds me of Coach Osborne. The way he treats his players, like you said, he doesn't get top tier talent. Mm-hmm. Maybe once every few seasons or so, he might get a 4 or 5 star recruit if he's lucky. But I mean, other than that, he has to take what he can get. It's like Osborne working with the walk-on program the way he did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he turned some walk-on players into full-on fucking stars before they left. Mm-hmm. So, and Fitzgerald's done the same thing. He takes kids with some average talent and shows that they have more to offer. So that's what frightens me. Fitzgerald is that type of coach that his players really rally around. When he wants something from them, they do everything they can to give it to him.
Right.
Northwestern is going to be
because they believe in him.
Exactly. That's exactly it right there. They believe in that man, and they believe he's not going anywhere.
Right.
And they're absolutely right. I don't think he's going anywhere. Now, special teams, son of a bitch. Can't believe we got to talk about this, but we do. All right. Ours sucks. That's really, that's really how it works. And yes, that fucking emoji right up there is exactly how it feels. I'm not even going to look up Northwestern special teams. It doesn't matter because ours sucks ass. I'm not even going to look at their stats for special teams. There's no way theirs can be worse than ours. Not a fucking chance. So what do we do if this comes down to special teams? The last week against Michigan State, if it had come down to Colt, the way he played that game, I'd have been all right with it.
Yeah, I mean,
your stunned silence is very reassuring.
Because it's just a roller coaster every week with the special teams and what's going on. I mean, like,
it's not one, it's another.
Yeah, like I told someone, if I'd have mailed my size 13 down there and just have someone kick it in all of their asses to make them get in line, because it's just ridiculous. You never know. We shouldn't be playing a guessing game with the special teams week in and week out.
It was not Colt. It was the punter.
And it's the silliest of things, man. It's mind-boggling, baffling, silly things that you just say, you should know better than that. That's basic football. You learn that as a little kid.
Yeah.
What is that? I mean,
I'll be honest. Every field goal that Colt kicked against Michigan State, I covered my eyes. I couldn't watch it. And then just waited to hear if the crowd cheered or not. And if they didn't, he made it. All right, cool. Time to move on.
Yeah. It's a high and low.
I mean, on the plus side, with Northwestern, we may not have to worry about, their return team like Michigan State had. Mm-hmm. I forget that number one's name, but man, that kid could fly.
Holy I think that's the one that scored the touchdown too, right?
I think so.
Scored the touchdown?
I think so. That dude can fly. Now with Northwestern, I don't think that's something we really got to worry about. But of course, Fitzgerald's going to put guys back there that are capable of taking it to the house if given the chance.
Right.
So Special teams coverage. It may not have to worry about it on kickoff. We got a pretty damn good kicker putting it through the end zone 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, but Michigan State had a couple good runs Saturday.
Yeah, that
Did you see
scared
that?
me. That scared me.
One that
like
almost
that.
broke. One that almost broke. Yeah.
Scared the hell out of me. I was like, oh,
Yep.
shit. They get a return one?
Almost.
Whoa.
Almost. I think he ended up going out of bounds on their sideline or something. But
yeah,
almost.
I think around the 40 or so, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. With Northwestern, though, I don't think we're going to have to worry about that type of a returner. But our special teams has been absolutely fucking abysmal. And what sucks is we have a player like Damian Jackson on the special teams who has to be the most disciplined player on the team. Being a former Navy SEAL, he's got to be. And it's making him look bad. Couldn't these guys kind of pull their heads out of their ass and be like, this dude put his life on the line for the country? Maybe we could pull our heads out of our ass and maybe give a little more fucking effort on coverage.
You would think so.
The only guy I ever see chasing returners the whole way is Damian Jackson. The guy doesn't give the fuck up.
Right.
And there's
faster players. And you know he's not. And you know he's not going to give up.
No. And he knows he's not going to catch them.
But he's going to make an effort.
Damn right. You never know what could happen. The ball could slip out of the guy's hand and Damian happens to be there.
Fall on it. Right.
God. So can they pull their heads out of their ass?
Let's hope so. I mean, I really have no words for the special teams. Like I said, because it's so up and down that it drains you, man. It drains you.
You start to wonder what's it going to be.
Yesterday drained me.
Yeah.
Did we have a 7-yard shank?
Yes. Thanks, Pristup.
And then the kick away from my coverage.
Oh my God.
They took. I mean,
somebody even said it best on, I think it was Twitter or Facebook. If we could have had one more 7-yard punt, we win that game. We'd have kept it out of the returner's hands.
Because the defense would have stopped him.
Exactly. Son of a bitch. The one time we need him to shank one and he, oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So
cross body kick. I've never seen that in my life.
Oh my Lord. Yeah, like you said, rolling out to the right. Kick it
to
the right, and all of a sudden you defy laws of physics and just
sploosh.
The hell.
That's amazing, man. I can't even go in depth on how horrible they've been on special teams. The kickers.
Dude, the kickers, I'm telling you, the Nebraska women's soccer team's where it's going to be at. That's where our replacement is.
Yeah, get one of those ladies out there. They'll show you how it's done.
I think it's true. I really do, man. All right. So this show, man, we don't really go over a bunch of, in-depth shit. This is a fans podcast. So, we try and give some stats here and there, but what you're really getting out of us is our fucking opinions.
Right.
That's really all we're giving you. So hopefully some of you agree with us. If you don't, I get it. I don't agree with some of the Husker fans that I see posting shit out there anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I know Kenny don't. Kenny don't take no shit on social media.
And I'm not the guy to sit up there, oh, yeah, we're going to do this and that. Not happening.
No.
Don't expect me to post and be like, yeah, we're this and we're that. No, we sucked. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that for an option?
Special teams. We don't even have one. That's really all it boils down to. Like you said, I think last week you said this. You had multiple coaches coaching special teams in your day. It's not just one guy.
And we had starters on kickoff and punt coverage.
Yes.
Go back and look at that.
Guys that would be on coverage and then keep their ass out there on defense.
Stand out there on defense. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. And the guys who didn't play young, who were eventually going to be starters, who just had better players at the time in front of them, not just other guys on the roster, were playing. People forget we had guys like Mike Brown, Kyle Vandenbosch Carlos, and all these other dudes were on kickoff coverage because they weren't playing.
Yeah.
People forget Mike Brown was on the 96 team. They know, but they forget. He didn't play that much.
No.
Otherwise, against the University of Texas in a Big 12 championship, he would have been back there as safety and they wouldn't have made all those other adjustments. But Mike Brown and Kyle Vanden Bosch was on the kickoff team. Carlos and those guys were on the kickoff team. A whole bunch of others were on the kickoff team along with starters.
Because they could play.
That was it. And there you go.
The coaches put the best players out there that give them the best chance to win.
Stay in your lane, do your assignment, do your job.
Simple as that.
That's it.
It should be easy peasy.
That's it. I was the only one that was opposite on everything with kickoff return. You know, I used to mess with Coach Solich and tell him, I'm going to do what I want. If I catch it, I'm going to run right, even though the wall's left. And they were laugh. You know, just silly stuff, having fun. But no, everybody was do your job, know your assignment, know the call. That was it. Do your thing.
Exactly.
Contain your lane. Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Containment.
You have a job. Do your job. Just like we said about Connor Cole. You got one fucking job. Do it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's
kid.
it.
Good Lord. All right. Well, we'll wind it down. We got to give our predictions. So, Kenny, this game's always nuts, always close. 9 times out of 10, it's close. Decided by a score or less. What do you got?
34-10 Nebraska. I think our defense shuts them down. And they might get a touchdown.
Ooh, I like that. Kenny, I believe that's the first large margin of victory you've picked this season.
Yeah. But because of the defense.
Yeah, I got to agree. Oh,
because they're going to keep us in position to have short field position and score because of the stops.
I think I'm gonna go a little bit close. Close. I like what our defense does. They're phenomenal. I'm gonna say, let's go 24-13.
I can see that. Yeah, sounds good.
We'll go 24-13 Big Red. Why not? I can see Michigan State maybe getting a late field goal in there. Northwestern getting a late field goal in there. So why not? We'll say 24-13, 11-point victory.
I can agree with that. Sounds good.
I mean, it's not like I'm going to pick us to lose. So I'm giving you something.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, we'll fucking close it out here. Guys, you know the deal already. You know where to find us at the Scarlet Cream on Twitter. You can find our fan page on Facebook, the Scarlet and Cream Husker podcast page. Find us on YouTube, the Scarlet and Cream Husker podcast. Kenny, where can we find you on social media?
Twitter and Instagram, Husker Noop, HUSKERNUPE 1911. And that's where I'm at. My name on Facebook.
Yeah. Guys, you know this one. Find me at Knutson_Brian on Twitter. Facebook, just my name, Brian Knutson. And on Instagram, I believe it's under the Spinoff Pod or my name. It's one of the two. I can never figure it out. I just post and let it go. So I guess we'll close it out here. We've given you our insights. We've given you our predictions. Really nothing else we could give you. Husker Nation, we know the games against Northwestern are close. They're tough. Throw the record books out the damn window. It's Big Ten football time. So, for Mr. KC, Kenny Cheatham, for myself, Mr. B, Brian Knutson, we will see you guys on the next episode. You can find us at the Scarlet Cream. And as always, go Big Red.
And we'll always stir a corn husker, the Scarlet and the Cream.